Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming with me, Tony Mo, and we're here today with another game discussion. We're going to be talking about the EA Access program, which is coming to Xbox One. It's already in its beta state. If you have the Xbox One dashboard preview, you have access to EA Access. I actually have access to this, and I've already paid for the yearly subscription, despite the games currently being available. Not really anything that I'm interested in, but because EA Access seems to be 100% exceptional value as a consumer, as someone like me who is going to play EA games going in the future, who is looking for Dragon Age Inquisition, who's looking forward to the next Need for Speed, anything else that EA decides to publish and add to the vault of EA Access, pretty much has an interest to me. And when you look at the pricing for EA Access, it's hard not to find, it's actually extremely hard to find flaws in this service. It's a very much a Netflix for EA games. So we're actually on the website here. If we take a look, we can see the current vault. Again, nothing really to shout about. Battlefield 4, Madden 25, FIFA 14, and Peggle 2. However, very strong choices as a start for the EA Access program. You have one of their most popular sort of casual arcade titles, Peggle 2. You have two of their biggest sports games available right now, and you have their biggest shooter, Battlefield 4. Now, of course, going down into the end of the year, we're going to have Dragon Age Inquisition, Battlefield Hardline. These are huge titles that a lot of people are going to be looking forward to playing. Now, here's the way EA Access works. It's not a streaming service. You're actually going to download these games on your Xbox One. You have two pricing options. You can pay $5 a month, or you can pay $29.99 a year. Yes, $29.99 a year. Now, I have a feeling that that price could change, but even if it went to $49.99 a year, $59.99 a year, the fact is the value is still there. I can't comprehend this. I mean, I was simply blown away when they announced it, and I saw the pricing, and I saw that they are actually going to be adding games to the vault, right? So currently we have 4 games in the vault. They're going to continue to add games to the vault. The old ones don't disappear. This isn't like, Games for Gold, where they're giving us free games and they're swapping them in and out. No, they stay. These 4 titles that you see right now available in the vault are here to stay. They add in Battlefield Hardline and Dragon Age Inquisition. They're there. That's 6 titles that you can play all you want for $30 a year. That's over $200 worth of games at your fingertips for $30 a year. Now, I'm not trying to sound like some marketing guru. Someone at EA paid me to say this. I'm sure there will be someone out there who stumbles across this and thinks exactly that. But how is this not a good deal? I mean, where can I find that this is a bad deal? Because I can't. It's freaking insane. And then here's some of the other sort of jump offs for this, right? 10% off on all EA content when you're EA Access. So anything that's available on the Xbox Live Game Store, 10% off to you. You want to buy DLC for Battlefield 4? Whatever, you want to buy something. Hell, you can even, I believe, buy a copy of Battlefield 4, then cancel your subscription service and you save 10% off. If for some crazy reason you want to do that, you could do that. You also get to play 5 days before anyone else. So, Dragon Age Inquisition. Coming out, I don't even remember the release date. Regardless, if you're an EA Access member, you get to play it 5 days earlier than everyone else. That, to me, that draws me in. That's already drawn me in. It's drawn me in enough to say, here's $30. It's on the table. Thank you. Let's see how this runs. I'm interested. You've gotten me to spend $30. You got me to subscribe for 1 year. Let's see how this goes over. I want to see, when can I want to see myself playing Dragon Age Inquisition 5 days in advance. Let's see how this works out, EA. Because, I mean, right now I can't pick it apart. I can't find anything negative about it. It's essentially a Netflix for games, a Netflix for EA titles is what it is. Now, it is Xbox One exclusive. Sorry for Sony. I think it would be interesting to see this come to PC. I think a lot of people would be on it. I know, EA just has that consistently bad rep. And I'm not one to just ignore everything wrong that somebody's done, but I don't mark EA down nearly as bad as a lot of people do. A lot of people just want to put everything on the publisher. Don't get me wrong. Publishers can cause a lot of riffraff sometimes, and they can really screw up the development of a game. That's not to say there isn't such thing as a lazy game developer who just didn't do what they needed to do, or it's everyone's fault at the end of the day. Everyone is held responsible, not just one individual company. But for me, EA has also done a lot of great stuff. They publish a lot of great titles, the Mass Effect series, even Battlefield. I'm not a huge fan of Battlefield 4. I wish a lot more would have changed, but it doesn't matter. They helped make it happen, and hopefully, the series can grow into the future and we can see better releases for it. But there's been a lot of stuff that EA has published that I've been a huge fan of, so I'm not going to just sit here and call them the worst company in America. And, I mean, if I was that kind of person, I think that EA Access, if I own an Xbox One, would definitely help get me on that side. Now, it's not available on PS4, as I said, because Sony turned it down. Sony said it's not a good enough value. I think we should talk, Sony. How much do you pay for your dinner? I'm really curious. I mean, do you pay like 50 cents get you a gourmet meal? I mean, are you paying 10 cents a pound for like lobster somewhere? Because you got to tell me where this place is, because I don't know where it is, and I don't know how EA Access isn't a good deal to you. The real thing is they probably didn't want EA Access competing with PlayStation Now, which is a much more poorly priced subscription service that allows you to stream PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 1 games, whatever they decide to throw on there, onto your PS4 or onto your PS3. That's in beta as well. The pricing is still terrible to me. It's a lot better than it was before, but I don't like the idea of renting games for like set numbers of days. With EA Access, I pay $30, and I mean, hell, that's just, if you buy one EA game a year, you're saving 50% by just instead paying for the subscription. Not to mention that you're getting multiple EA games. I mean, it's just raw value. It's right in your face. I can't break it down anymore. It's just there. It's like, boom. Now, the thing I wanted to sort of talk about was the idea of subscription services like Netflix. You know, it's not a streaming one. You actually download the games you want to play, which I like about that. It's obvious where they're saving money. They're able to cut back on hard distribution. I think even through the service, they're cutting back on digital distribution because they're not really distributing it through a store. It's through their own little store, you know? I don't know how things worked out with Microsoft. I don't know that end of it business-wise. But I would like to know because, I mean, they have to be saving some sort of money to be able to do the pricing like this. It's a crazy, crazy way of getting people on board. And now, that $5 a month is a really great number, but you know they're going to be striving for those yearly subscriptions. And when you look at how cut that price is, I mean, $5 a month at 12 months, you know, that's $60-some, essentially. They're only charging you $30. They're charging you half of that if you go the full year. Even if that price raises over time, you know, if this is the sort of the biting thing where they're trying to just pull you in, you know, and people are probably going to get angry if they pay $30 and all of a sudden it's $60, but it doesn't matter. That $60 is still a savings, man. It's still a savings. The average person probably buys more than one EA title per year. The person who's going to be interested in a subscription service like this anyways probably buys more than one. You know, they might buy a Madden for their whatever, for their husband maybe, and Dragon Age Inquisition for themselves as you know, a wife or a couple, or a boyfriend or girlfriend, or just a family, you know, where they have multiple people playing different games in different genres. They're probably going to buy more than one game per year. And that instantly makes EA Access a great deal. I mean, it's a great deal as a single person who plays a lot of games. So for me, I mean, it was just, yeah, I'm going to try this. Are there ways where it could go wrong, where it could go bad? I mean, sure, everything has a downfall at some point. You know, I don't know what they could do at this point. Like I said, if they doubled the price of the yearly subscription, it would still be a deal to me. I'm really happy to hear that games are staying in the vault. As I said, it's going to be added and it's going to stay there. It's not just going to vanish into thin air. Once it's in the vault, boom, it's staying. So that means that as time goes by, you're going to continue to pay the same price, much like Netflix, but you're going to have an ever-growing library of games that you can play, whether they be old or new ones, and you can play them 5 days early. I can't find a downfall on this, so I'm going to leave that to you guys. Even if you don't have an Xbox One, I know that's the only thing it's available on right now, I still want to hear your opinion on it as a service. As a subscription service, if you owned an Xbox One, or if this was coming to the PC or the PS4, or whatever thing that you play on primarily, would you subscribe? Would you pay $30 a year? Would you pay $5 a month? Maybe just for 1 month to get your hands on Battlefield 4. Hey, you paid $5 to play Battlefield 4 for 30 days. You didn't like it. That's better than $60 in a train in a GameStop where they give you back like $15 or having to try and sell it to your best friend who doesn't even like Battlefield 4. Let me know your thoughts on it. As a service, not just as something that's only on Xbox One. I want to hear what you guys think about it. I want to hear where you think it could go wrong, some of the negatives that you might be able to pull out of it. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.